Battery saving tips for your iPhone. Part 1. First off, you want to go into the settings application, and then you want to head into the general tab, scroll down until you see background at refresh, and by default you may have all these toggled on. And what background at refresh does is it's going to automatically run these applications in the background, so your battery life is going to take a huge hit from running all these applications even when you're not using them. So I highly recommend just turning this feature completely off, because for me personally, if I'm going to use an application and I want to refresh, I'm going to go into the app itself, and I really just don't want it running in the background when I'm not using it. This next tip is going to be for those that currently have the always on display. So to access this, you want to go to display and brightness, scroll down until you see always on display. And when this feature came out, a lot of people were super excited about it, but this feature does drain your battery life quite a bit. But now if you want to actually use this feature still, you can use it. Just turn off the show wallpaper and show notifications. That will improve your battery life if you still want to use this feature. This is a pretty small one, but if you go into sound and haptics and scroll down to keyboard feedback, and you have the haptic toggled on, and that kind of just gives a vibration when you type on your keyboard, this will save some battery life, so I recommend turning this off. Alright, so let's go into the privacy and security tab, go to location services, and what you want to do is go through all the applications that you don't want to have your location on for. So obviously if you always want to have them on, leave it as is, but for example, like I have Go Be Home always using my location, and I don't really need that, so I can just switch that to never. So just go through all the applications, and there are going to be some that you may just want to change to never, or at least while using. And lastly, we want to go into the apps section, and we want to scroll down to the mail application, go into our mail accounts, and from here click on fetch new data. And what we want to do is actually toggle off this push option, and we want to set it to manually. So what this actually is going to do is, so before when we had this push toggled on, it was constantly running in the background refreshing my email, but for most people they're actually just going to go into the mail application, refresh it themselves manually, and then it's going to refresh their email for them. So if you guys want part 2, make sure you guys hit that like and follow button.